Miss Sherlyn, the children's librarian here at Wayne County Public Library, and today, can you see what I'm dressed as? I am dressed in my feather boa and my tiara and my dress because I'm going to be a princess today, and it's our princess story time. So to start off our princess story time, I have my castle behind me, as you can see, and I have a Cinderella book, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that here in a second. And I also have my frog. I have not kissed my frog yet, so I don't know if it's going to turn into a prince. So here, first, we're going to do an action run. So it's princess, princess, what do you see? I'm going to play the princess, and you all can dress up in your dresses or in any costume that you have, and we're just going to have some fun. So, princess, princess, what do I see? I see a unicorn looking at me. Do you see my unicorn? It's such a pretty unicorn. What color is that? It's pink. Good job. Unicorn, unicorn, what do you see? I see a fairy looking at me. Do y'all see the fairy? It's pink too. Fairy, fairy, what do you see? I see a dragon looking at me. See my dragon? It's a crazy looking dragon. Dragon, dragon, what do you see? I see a wizard looking at me. Hello, Mr. Wizard.
Hello, Your Majesty. Have you ever considered being a squirrel?
No.
You should sometime. Bye now.
I don't know if I can do that. Okay. Wizard, wizard, what do you see? I see a knight looking at me. Knight, knight, what do you see? I see the whole kingdom looking at me. You want to see the whole kingdom? The whole kingdom, the castle? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so our next thing we're going to do, we're going to curtsy like a princess. So can you lift up your dresses? Just grab them on the sides. And you're going to put one foot over the other, kind of like one foot over the other. And you're going to bend down and back up, okay? So here we go. We're going to curtsy like a princess, just so. Curtsy like a princess, just so. Curtsy like a princess, just so. Curtsy like a princess. So we're going to curtsy one more time. Good job. And here we're going to go. We're going to bow like a prince. Can you bow down? Can you go like a prince? Good job. Can you bow down like a prince? Good job. Can you bow down like a prince? Good job. Can you bow down like a prince? Good job. Can you bow like a prince? Good job. Okay, we're going to act like we're juggling. Can you act like you're juggling stuff? I can't juggle. I have a hard time doing that. So we're going to juggle like a jester, okay? Can you juggle like a jester? Just so. Can you juggle like a jester? Just so. Can you juggle like a jester? Just so. Can you juggle like a jester? Good job. Okay, so we're going to fly like a fairy. Can you move your arms like you're flying? Can you fly like a fairy? Just so. Can you fly like a fairy? Just so. Can you fly like a fairy? Just so. Can you fly like a fairy? Good job. Okay, so we're going to roar like a dragon, okay? Give me your biggest, best roar. Good job. Okay, here we go. Can you roar like a dragon? Just so. Can you roar like a dragon? Just so. Can you roar like a dragon? Just so. Can you roar like a dragon? Good job. You did so good. Okay. For our first story today, I have Princess Penny and her dancing sister. And I have a sister at home, but we're not princesses. And it is such a cute little book. This is Penny, and this is Polly. They are sisters, and they love spending time together. They each have a bedroom at the top of a tower and a huge castle on the edge of the forest. They love exploring the kingdom on their ponies and discovering new places, which can sometimes get them into big trouble. On sunny days, they enjoy chasing butterflies in the castle garden. But their favorite way of keeping busy is dancing. Whenever they hear music, their fingers start clicking, their toes start tapping, and they start to dance. Sometimes they practice ballroom dancing. Sometimes they try ballet dancing, and sometimes they even try break dancing. There was only one thing that spoiled their fun. It didn't matter how hard she tried, Princess Penny could not dance like Princess Polly. When they pirouetted, she always fell over. When they waltzed, she stood on Princess Polly's toes. And when they break danced, she would always break things. But one bright morning, the princesses had just finished grooming their ponies when an enormous, brightly colored butterfly fluttered across the stable yard. Princess Polly and Princess Penny could not resist chasing it, but soon they were deep in the forest. Eventually, they stopped on the edge of a stream, and as they rested, the sound of music drifted through the trees. Immediately, their fingers started clicking, their toes started tapping, and they found themselves dancing and twirling toward the music. They followed the twisty path through the trees where they discovered the music was coming through the windows of a crooked cottage. Lying on the path in front of the cottage was a ladder, and sitting next to it was a large gray and white cat. The princesses danced into the garden, where Polly performed a perfect twirl, but poor Penny tripped over her feet and landed in a rose bush. Ouch! As she lay there, she looked up at a cottage, and to her amazement, there was a little old lady sitting on the roof. The princesses rushed to put the ladder back up, and the old lady climbed down. She told them that she had been rescuing her cat, but he had jumped down, knocking the ladder over and leaving her stuck. "Oh, I don't know how to thank you. I don't have much money for a reward, but perhaps I could give you one of my gold cups. I won them for dancing when I was young." "I know!" shouted Princess Polly excitedly. "You can help Penny with her dancing, and then she won't break things anymore." And that is exactly what happened. Every day the old lady taught Princess Penny until she was spinning and twirling just as beautifully as Princess Polly. The end. Did you all like that book? That's such a good book. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so we're going to do If You're Royal and You Know It, clap your hands. So here we go. I'm going to try it. If you're royal and you know it, clap your hands. If you're royal and you know it, clap your hands. If you're royal and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're royal and you know it, clap your hands. Good job. Okay. If you're royal and you know it, take a bow. If you're royal and you know it, take a bow. If you're royal and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're royal and you know it, take a bow. Good job, y'all did so good. All right, I think we have one more. If you're royal and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're royal and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're royal and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're royal and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. Good job. Okay. Our next little thing we have is our action round. So can you show me 5? Wave, wiggle it, either one. We're going to have 5 queens that go on a quest. So here we go. There were 5 queens that went on a quest to see who was the very best. The first queen went to take a test. The second queen said, "I'll go out west." The third queen said she climbed Mount Everest. The fourth queen said she made a beautiful vest. And the fifth queen said, "I'll just take a rest." Good job, y'all did so good. Okay, so our next story that we have is The Evil Princess versus the Brave Knight by Jennifer L. Holm and her brother Matthew Holm. It's such a cute little story. In the realm of brother and sister, calm must prevail. That sounds like me and my sister. There once lived an evil princess and a brave knight. They shared a castle. They shared a manky cat. But there were issues. Do you see what the issue is? She is totally going to try and trick them. It was not a very peaceful kingdom. The evil princess wasn't even sorry. That's just what an evil princess does. Their magic mirror said calm must prevail, and sent them both to their rooms. Ugh, this is so unfair. Slam! Slam! The evil princess used the time to practice being evil. She sat on her evil throne. I need fluffier pillows. See, she searched her library for inspiration. 101 spells to torment annoying brothers. Her subjects trembled at her power. Zap! Kablam! She soon realized it wasn't much fun being evil all by herself. Meanwhile, the brave knight got down to the busyness of being brave. He protected the castle. The brave knight draws his sword. He battled fierce monsters. Ah! That's what a brave knight does. He soon realized it wasn't much fun being brave all by himself. Their magic mirror said that they could come out of their rooms if they promised to play nicely. Sure. Boing, it was boring. We need a quest. Good idea. It didn't take too long to find one. Look, there's damsel in distress across the moat. Although, honestly, the damsel was perfectly comfortable. The brave knight leapt into action. He dodged the hungry dragons in the moat. He freed the fair maiden from her prison, and he delivered her to safety. That is what a brave knight does. Ah! Splash. And that is what an evil princess does. She wasn't sorry. Mar, yank! That's not what a brave knight does. He wasn't sorry either. Their magic mirror was not amused. Who made this mess? Yeah, it sounds like my mom sometimes. It doesn't seem like a good time to be evil or brave. The cat did it. Mar. They still had to clean up the bathroom. The brave knight volunteered to get fresh towels from the laundry room. That's what a brave knight does. The evil princess knew what she had to do to restore the balance to the kingdom. What do y'all think she's going to do? Oh, yep. And she wasn't sorry. The end? So, I really like that story. I thought it was such a cute little book. So, our next thing that we are going to do, we have 10 royal queens that we're going to do, and 10 royal kings. So, here we go. Can you show me 10? Wave them. Good job. So, we have 1, 2, 3 royal queens, 4, 5, 6 royal queens, 7, 8, 9, 10 royal queens. 10 royal queens in a row. And the next thing we have is 10 royal knights. So here we go, we're going to do it again, okay? 1, 2, 3 royal knights, 4, 5, 5 little knights, 6, 7, 8 brave knights, 9, 10, 10 brave knights. Good job. That just helps us with our fingers. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to read this little story. I think this is super cute. Okay, there was a princess, that's what it's called, okay? There was a princess long, long ago, we're in Curtsy, and she lived in a big high tower, big high tower, big high tower. Can you put a big triangle over your head for a tower? Good job. A wicked fairy cast a spell, cast a spell, cast a spell. And the princess slept for 100 years, 100 years, 100 years. But a great big forest grew around, grew around, grew around. Can you spin? Good job. And then a handsome prince came riding by, riding by, riding by. And he took a sword. Can you make a sword? Just be like you got a sword in your hands. Good job. He took a sword and cut the trees, cut the trees, cut the trees. And he woke the princess with a kiss, a kiss, a kiss. And now everybody is happy. Hooray! Everybody's happy. Hooray! Everybody's happy. Hooray! Good job. So going to change into a prince or not, it's kind of questionable. I highly doubt it. He's a cute little frog though. So, here is the Frog Prince, illustrated by Mike and Carla Gordon. And it's retold by Susanna Davidson. Princess Poppy was furious. "I won't marry Prince Humperdinck," she said. "He's smelly and smug and slimier than a frog." "You don't have to marry him now," said her mother. "You just have to marry him when you grow up." "I never want to marry him," said Poppy. "I'd rather eat my toenails." "Poppy, don't be so rude." "I'll find another prince to marry," she snapped. "You have until tomorrow morning," said the king, "but you'll never find a prince in that time." "Hoo-hoo, just you wait," said Poppy, and she stomped into the garden with her golden ball. Poppy was so cross, she didn't see the wobbly stone. She wibbled and she wobbled. She slipped and fell splat, face first, into the pond. Her golden ball plopped into the water. "Help! I'm in big trouble now," wailed Poppy. No you're not," croaked a frog. "I can help you. Froggy here will save your ball, but in return," said the frog, "I want to live in your palace, eat from your plate, and sleep on your silken pillow." "In your dreams," thought Poppy. But out loud she said, "I promise." As soon as the frog gave Poppy her ball, she raced back to the palace. "Wait for me." Poppy entered just in time for dinner. She had to sit next to Prince Humperdinck, who smelled of cabbage. "Greetings, Princess Poppy." But then, to Poppy's horror, she heard splat, 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 and hopped the frog. "Go away." "Excuse me," said the frog. "Princess Poppy promised I could stay with her." "And princesses don't break promises," bellowed the king. "The frog is our guest." "Thank you," said the frog, diving into Poppy's soup. "I don't think I'm hungry anymore." "Now," said the frog, when he'd slurped up all the soup, "time for bed." "Oh no," said Poppy, "you're not coming anywhere near my room." You can carry me up on a cushion." "Princesses don't break promises," repeated the king. So Princess Poppy picked up the frog and dropped him in the darkest, most distant corner of her room. "But Princess Poppy," said the frog, "you promised I could sleep on your bed. If you don't let me, I'll tell your father." "I have had enough," snapped Princess Poppy. "You're the meanest, most horriblest frog I've ever met." And with that, she threw that frog right out the window. There was a long silence, followed by a loud splat. "Oh no," thought Poppy, "what have I done?" She rushed outside and picked up the frog as gently as she could. "I'm so sorry," said Poppy, and she bent down and kissed him. And there was a loud crash and a deafening bang, and in the place of the frog stood a handsome prince. "How can I ever thank you?" asked the prince. "Well," said Poppy, "you could marry me." "Excuse me," said Prince Humperdinck, "but Poppy's going to marry me." "No, I'm not," said Poppy. "Daddy, you did say if I found my own prince, I could have him, and kings don't break promises either." "This is true," sighed the king. "In that case," said the prince, "Princess Poppy, will you marry me?" "I will," said Princess Poppy. And she grew up, and she did, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Did y'all like that story? It's so cute. Okay, so I have my little whiteboard again. I'll grab it. So I'm going to put my whiteboard up here. There's my whiteboard. And I have things that you have to remember, okay? So I'm going to put a princess up there, a knight in shining armor with his horse, a crown, a sword, a castle, and a dragon. So you have to remember what you see. Something's different. What can it be, okay? So I'm going to try and change it up a little bit for you. Looks like my frog in my seat. Okay, so remember what you see. Something's different. Are you ready? What could it be? What's different? What's missing? We have the crown and the castle and the dragon and the sword and the knight. Good job, it's the princess. Okay, do it one more time. Ready? Remember what you see. Something's different. What can it be? What is different? Good job. I don't have a sword. We have a princess, a crown, a knight, a sword, a dragon, and a castle. Okay, one more time. That's it. Remember what you see. Something's different. What can it be? We have our princess, we have a crown, we have a knight, we have a sword, and a dragon. The castle, good job. I forgot my castle. Okay, so here we go. We got one more thing. We're gonna act like a knight. Can you act like a knight? Act like you have on a hat. So I'll take my crown off here in a second. So here is the knight with his feathered cap. We're gonna take it off. So I took off my crown. So I act like I have a hat and I took it off. Here are his boots, which go tap, 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 tap. Good job. Here is the dragon. Listen to him. Roar. Here is the princess with her golden crown. So here's my crown. If you don't have a crown at home, you can go like this for 4 points per crown. And here are the dragon's wings to help him soar. Move your arms up now. Good job. Here is her lovely blue gown. I don't have a blue gown, I have a white gown. So I will curtsy. So you can curtsy with me. Here we go. We're going to curtsy. Good job. Okay, so we have my cute little frog. So with our story, I'm going to kiss him, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to turn into a prince. Ready? He's a little frog. He's such a cute little frog. And we have this story here at the library I thought was really cute that we had gotten. It's about Cinderella and its princessography. We have the actual wedding invitation. That was so cute. To their wedding. And it tells some different little things about it. Just the Cinderella. There's the stepsisters. The enchanted evening. Midnight. And you can move the clock around to midnight. A dream is a wish your heart makes. The search for the glass slipper. And then the king's proclamation. And then there's the royal wedding, and then they live, can you guess? Happily ever after. So you can check this out at the library if you're interested. And for our craft this week, since it's princesses, we have a little bag like this. If you don't get a bag like this, it'll be similar. They'll just have crossword searches and little fun mazes for you to do. So you're going to make a tiara. In here, there's a crown and a little thing that goes into the sides of it, and it'll show you this. Let me actually run and go get mine. I'll be right back. Did I have it over here? I forgot. A wizard!
Have you seen my hat?
I haven't seen your hat, wizard! Okay, so I made a crown. It looks like this, and it works just like this one does on my head. Let me take it off. It works like this. So you're going to make it kind of like a sun visor. But see, I still am a princess. So you can make this at home. And then we have our cute little stuff that's in the bag. There might be an activity pad or some different things. And you'll get a stick in here. And what you'll do with the stick, get the stick out. Oh, and there's a ring in here. Check this out. Look at a ring. So there's a stick in here. And what you'll do, there's some little jewels that you can put on here, like designer jewels. There's a star. And we'll put the star onto the popsicle stick, like so. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, so you know how to do it at home. So it'll look like this. It's going to be your reading wand. So then you can take, I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say jewels. That way you know. These little jewels like this. And you'll just stick them up and down the stick, so like I'll put one on for instance. And maybe a flower. That's kind of what you'll make. And then whenever you read, you can follow along with it. But that is our princess story time, and I hope you tune in next week for the nights, for my strong, brave nights. Thanks.